step one was you have to have a good offer, and that's what we talked about. Now, step two, if you're going to succeed in lead generation, you've got to have a no-fail lead capture, tracking, and follow-up system. So there's a couple of things we got to do here, a few things. One is we have got to fix your phones and the way they are being handled. You have to have a dedicated trained person to answer the phones live and aggressively follow up on inbound leads. If you're small, you can outsource it. There's Call Ruby, or I think it's Ruby Receptionist is one that we recommend. They do a great job. There's others. But you've got to get that fixed. Number two, you have to have a marketing automation platform, some type of CRM, to make sure every web form, every campaign, every phone call, everything goes into your CRM, just the way you would track tickets that come in from customers, right? You know, if it doesn't go into your PSA tool, it's like it didn't happen, right? That's why you can't have customers randomly like messaging you on Facebook and saying, I've got an issue, because you have no way of capturing that tracking. You got to have a place where all the leads, all the referrals, all the phone calls, all the everything goes in so we can track it, we know that it happened, and we can follow up, okay? And then number three, you got to be committed to long-term follow-up, all right? So we're going to dig into these three, because if a qualified lead comes into an MSP's office and nobody's around to handle it, doesn't make a sale. No, it does not, okay? So the need for speed. So this is, and by the way, I pulled this research. I did some extensive online research to find data, and basically I'm going to give you what I found, but multiple studies have shown this. If you take longer than 5 minutes to follow up on an inbound lead, the ability to talk and qualify that prospect drops by 80%. And that's the Vendasta Risk and Reward in Lead Response Time article. So they have found when somebody is on your website, somebody opts in, if you can respond to them within 5 minutes or less, your chances of actually talking to them go up exponentially. After 5 minutes, 80% drop off, that you now have to make multiple phone calls, emails to try them, get them back on the phone. So there's the need for speed. Yet 7% of companies are actually achieving that average, and 55% of companies in the study took 5 days to respond on average. 12% didn't respond at all. I think that number's probably higher, right? 78% of customers buy from the first person that responds to their request. That was a study done by Lead Connect. And there's a 391% increase in sales conversations, meaning you actually can get the prospect on the phone when an inbound lead are contacted within the same minute they submit their form. So, and they were, or request a demo, okay? That was again by Lead Connect. And a study from Harvard Business Review showed that 71% of qualified leads are never followed up on, as in never ever, no follow-up. You know, I have, over the last couple of years, you guys have heard me talk, I finally got somebody to do cabinets. I've been trying to get this one room we have in our house. I've been trying to get like a library, the sort of cabinets put into this room. We turned it into like a homework, school room during the pandemic. So I've been trying forever. And I went online, I went on, it's House, that's what it was, house.com. Now, house.com is a website with all different types of design ideas for your house. And so I found out about it when we were building our house. The designer said, hey, go up there, set up an account, take pictures. There's tons of pictures up there. And you can kind of put them into a portfolio, and that'll give me some ideas of what you're looking for. And it is great. If you're looking for ideas for kitchens or bath or house design or anything you need, it's this massive online library of photos. It's a really cool tool. Now, the way House makes money is they sell ads. So if I'm looking at kitchen remodel, on the side will be ads for people who do kitchen remodeling or sell faucets or whatever. I mean, it makes sense, right? So I went up on House and I submitted about 10 requests to different cabinet makers who could come in and put this library cabinets in my house. Because I track these things because I know I'm going to use it on stage, right? So I put in 10 requests. I give them my personal cell phone. I give them my full address. I put in the message, I'm looking for cabinets as soon as possible. I'm not looking for cheap. I'm looking for quality, and I want it done immediately. Now, that's called like a hot lead. okay? And P.S., I put my address. If they have 2 brain cells, they can see the neighborhood I'm in, right? I mean, well, home builders, they look at those things. I mean, they don't want to go into a poor neighborhood where there's like, you know, rundown condos and trailer park. I mean, they're not going to sell cabinets to someone living in a trailer park. I mean, so they can see the address where I'm at. I say, I'm not looking for cheap, I'm looking for good, and I want it done immediately. How many people do you think followed up on that request? 3. I got emails from 3. How many of you think actually called me? 1. And none of them got the deal. Because the one guy who called me was a little bit, well, you know, I wasn't going to hire him. He wasn't good. So think about this. They're paying to be advertised to get me, a prospect with a money and a need, and I'm ready to spend the money right now. They're paying money to get me. They got me. What do they do with it? Nothing. And it's the same if I go into any other industry. In this industry, when we make calls, we make thousands of phone calls out of our office. Roughly 62% of the calls we make go straight to voicemail. No receptionist, no welcome, no nothing. Straight to voicemail. And we are calling the number on their website because these are marketing calls. 14% of the companies have bad numbers, broken voicemail systems. So the phone picks up and it says, I'm sorry, the mailbox you're trying to call is full. Click. That's what I'm talking about. It disconnects. It'll ring or it'll just ring out like there'll be nothing. 14%. If we did a poll in this room, that means like a good percentage, like a couple tables would be standing up. If I went to your website, if I tried the number on your website right now, it's going right to voicemail, or I mean, it's not even going to voicemail. It's just dysfunctional. There's no answer. And for most, these are numbers they have posted on it. 76%. 76%. If I'm trying to buy IT support, this is what happens. And when the phone is answered live, here's the 2 biggest mistakes that we see. If somebody actually answers the phone. Gross mishandling of the call. The person answering sounds like their dog just died, they're having a bad day, they're trying to do their work, and these annoying prospects keep calling the phone. And that's exactly what it sounds like. They don't ask good diagnostic questions. They don't ask any diagnostic questions. Well, tell me a little bit about your situation. May I ask why you're calling us and not your current IT provider? Do you have a current IT provider? Who set up the network? Who set up the server that was down? Who do you normally call for these things? May I ask why you're not calling them today? Are you in a contract? Like no diagnostic questions. They ask a ton of technical questions. They go right into technical support mode. This is not a technical support call. This is a sales call. But they handle it like it's a customer calling in with a server down or with who knows, whatever the problem is. They start getting into price too early. There is no attempt to take down the caller's information. It's stunning. You got somebody who called your office. That's a hot lead. And not only are you not picking up the phone, but if you get them on the phone, you're asking no diagnostic questions, and then you let them get off without saying, well, let me at least, while we're talking, let me get your name and your company, and let me send you a free guide of how to look for an honest, reputable, competent IT provider, and it'll help you in your search. Even if you don't use us, it'll help you anyway. Let me get your mailing address. Let me get your email address. I'll send you a digital copy, and I'll put a copy in the mail. Now let's talk about your situation. No lead capture. None. I'm telling you, it's got to stop because these leads are too expensive. No attempt to book the appointment or close the sale. 0. Answer a couple questions, let them off the line, don't know who they were, don't know what they need. No attempt whatsoever. And then the really bad one is dismissing a lead as not qualified if they don't ask for managed services. So they're disqualifying the opportunity, not the company. And here's the thing I got to tell you. Since we have been tracking calls, we've been putting call rail on your websites, with your permission, of course, and listening to phone calls of clients that we are doing marketing and advertising for. And so we are getting a much, much better sense of what a lead when someone searches Google and clicks on an ad, or when someone is on LinkedIn and clicks on an ad, or somebody gets a direct mail piece and they're calling in, we're getting a much, much better sense of what those phone calls sound like. And I'm telling you, almost nobody calls in and says, we're looking for a managed services contract. Almost all of them come in with a specific need and a specific project. And what's happening is you're dismissing it as break fix and you're letting them off the phone because you're only looking at the short-term thing that they need right now, this much information, no diagnostic questions, and you're dismissing it based on that, not looking at, hey, this could be a company with 100 employees, 2 locations, and maybe they just need a firewall. That's what they're calling, like, hey, we need a new firewall installed. And you're saying, sorry, we don't do break fix. Worse yet, you're giving them the name and the number of a competitor who will take break fix, not asking anything about the company or what might be a bigger opportunity. Does that make sense? Like, so think about it. A prospect calls in and you're like, sorry, no, we only take people under contract. I mean, we've been talking 30 seconds. Well, how do I get into a contract? If you had a legal problem and called a lawyer's office and said, look, I have a legal issue I need some help with, and they said, I'm sorry, we only take clients that are under contract, what would you say? Okay, thanks. I mean, like, right? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. So you're dismissing the opportunity without looking at the bigger picture of the client. Get in there, get that work, get that project. Qualify the company, not the opportunity. Qualify the company, not the opportunity. Qualify the company, not the opportunity. Are you hearing me? Yes. All right. Now let's listen to some phone calls. Now, wait, before we play a couple of them, I'm not saying, we're muted out who the companies are. We have permission to do this, so I'm not like, and I'm not saying these are dumb people, but these are random examples of inbound leads that came in off of paid advertising, and we'll see how they were handled. Okay, let's play the first one.
I'm gonna help you.
Hey, my name is. I'm trying to get a docking station hooked up to a computer. I was wondering if you guys would come out and do that.
Perhaps, are you one of our clients already, or is this a new customer?
I'm a new customer, just trying to get a quote, and it's been very unsuccessful.
Okay. So you have what kind of laptop do you have?
It's gonna be it's 60. I need 65 of them hooked up.
Oh, you need 65 of them. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, we have the Dell docking stations. They just need to be hooked up to 65 computers.
Okay. Okay. So typically, we do hourly rates.
Wait,
so $150 per hour.
Stop. No fucking diagnostic questions.
I almost fired him on the spot.
Oh, well, you didn't have to say it was you. Do you know how much this aggravates me? Not you, but you know. You know how hard it is to generate a lead? 65 opportunities. 65 workstations. Get your ass out there. Have a conversation. But no, the first thing he's doing, not who are you? May I ask who you are, your company, none of that. No diagnostic questions. We go right to price. And by the way, this is one of many. This is just one of many. All right, keep going. It gets better.
I could probably save you some money if it's more than 4 hours worth of work. Maybe take off $150 or $200 off if it's more than 4 hours after hours. If we want to do a automatic bulk rate, I'll work with you if it's gets to be a lot of money. So just if it's something you'd be interested in, I can probably save you a little bit of money if it's going to be a lot of work.
I don't think it's going to be that difficult. I mean, it's just basically unboxing, tying up the cords with zip ties or whatever, and just setting them on the desk. There's no drilling, nothing really to hook up other than the monitor to it.
Well, yeah. So say if there's 65 of them, let's just say it takes 15 minutes per computer. That's 975 minutes, which is 16 hours.
Oh, goodness.
So, yeah, and so, yeah, so at 215, that's like $3,000. That's crazy.
Right.
You know, for that. I bet I can probably do something a little bit better than that. Because, I mean, normally the 150 and the 225 is for 1 hour or 2 hours of work. But you're talking multiple hours of work. I bet you I can get my boss to definitely 3,000. That's ridiculous for what you're talking about. I wouldn't send my high-end tech that's normally 150 because that's also
we'll send you the cheap guys. Kind of work. Yeah.
It's not something like I've ever quoted before. Usually it's install computers, install networking equipment, and stuff like that. Let me think. How long were you expecting this to take? I'm just from your own.
I don't.
That's what she
really
said.
Foresee it being 15 minutes each. I really foresee it being, if anything, no more than 5 minutes tops for each.
I mean, they're all in the boxes already. Everything is still in the boxes, including the monitors, or just the
No, not the
station?
monitors. The monitors, the monitors are set up.
Okay.
It's already connected. We just need the docking stations put up. And yes, they're all in a box still.
Yeah, so the docking stations are in the box. What about the laptops? Are the laptops in boxes?
No, you don't have to even do the laptops.
It's just come out there, unbox the thing. Yeah, say if it takes, let's just say 7 minutes. 65 times 7 minutes, 455 minutes divided by 60. That's 7.5 hours.
I really think it can be done in 6 hours or less.
6 hours or less, 6 times. So at the regular during the day, that'd be $900 to do that. If it would be after hours for 6 hours times 212 or 215, $1,290. I bet if it is 6 hours, I could do it for 1,000 even for the whole job. And if it takes 30, 40 minutes extra, I could probably be okay with that too. You know, but if it goes more than if it goes to 7 or 8 hours, we'll just have to charge the normal rate at whatever extra it is. But for the first, say, 6 hours, I can do it for just $1K, and I might be able to get that a little bit lower if I really bug my boss. So, Yep.
All right, cool.
It happens in my office, if that helps.
Yeah, and if you find someone else that can do it for cheaper, let me know how much they charge, and then I can throw it at my boss, see if he can match it maybe, but that would be the only other thing I can do.
Okay. All right, yeah, most definitely. I really appreciate your time.
No problem, man. And if you have any other issues, networking, servers, workstations, viruses, anything else, just let me know.
Viruses,
all right,
yeah.
Will do.
Appreciate it. Have a good day.
All right.
Appreciate you. Thank you. You too.
All right. Now look, it goes on in my office too. If I hear dumbass calls like this, and this is why you got to listen to your calls, all right? So I wasn't going to name Justin, but I'm not look, I feel your pain, all right? This is why you got to listen to inbound calls. And technically, it's not that kid's fault. Because, well, maybe, did you have a script? Oh, go to a mic. Yeah, if you want. Now that we know who you are, what the hell? I was like, all right, make sure we mute them all. Nobody knows. We're going to keep it quiet.
This is one of my proudest moments. Whoa.
Okay.
That was also a proud moment.
Okay.
So, interestingly, at Rapid in December,
Yep.
this same guy passed with flying colors how what do you call it, secret shop or whatever?
Yep.
He did perfect. And so when I listened to this call, I had to leave the office. I went home because I was going to punch him in the head.
Yeah.
I could not believe how this was handled.
Yeah. He had a bad day. Okay.
Anyway,
but
he's autistic, so if that,
well, but does he have a script? I mean, is there a written process and script?
There is now, and it includes don't ever let him touch a phone.
Yeah, right, yeah, that's... And that might be it. No, I mean, like, there are some people that should not be answering the phone. I mean, so guys, this is, okay, well, let's play another one, okay? Let's play the second one. And you don't have to identify yourself, all right?
Lotus, how may I help you?
Hey, so I was just calling to get more information on your company. I just found you on Google.
Google?
Does the company provide IT services for, like, small businesses?
Yes, we do help you manage, or small businesses manage their technology needs.
So do your techs actually come out on site and help resolve connectivity issues or run cables if needed?
So what they're going to do, we'll have one of our specialists follow up with you because they are currently away from the line, and just kind of give you more information on our company and if it's a good fit for you.
Okay, yeah, I'd like to ask a few more questions, like specifically like that, so if they could call me back.
Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and get you set up for a consultation. I'm going to place you on a brief hold. One moment.
All right, so this is where it gets fun. So no diagnostic, like, do you feel like you just want to lay down on the floor because there's no energy, there's no we can help you, there's no, are you having a good day? Like, nothing. Like, this person is trying very hard to, okay.
Thank you for holding. So it will be a 1-hour meeting. I guess they just want to go over everything with you, with Maria. And our soonest day would be, actually, today. Did you want to do today?
Yeah,
I'd like to do now.
I need an hour, but because I want to make sure that it's going to meet our needs before we, go any further. So, yeah, today's fine.
Okay. At 4 p.m., is that okay?
Sure. I was hoping to talk to someone earlier because we are having internet issues at the moment, actually. We need someone
Well, we
today.
do have, today the only thing she has available is 4 p.m. We do have tomorrow at 9 a.m. available.
God.
Yeah, I'll just have to call another company then.
Where's my drink?
Yeah, because we need help like today. So
It's
that's
5
just
o'clock
not gonna work
somewhere.
for our needs. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Goodbye. There goes $1,000. Just take $1,000 out, light it on fire. No energy, no diagnostic questions, no reeling them in, no booking the appointment. Do you see what I'm talking about? Now I could go on, but for time, we're gonna have to move on. But you get the idea, this happens all the time. All the time. How long is the next call? I think we have one more. How long is it? Do you wanna hear one more? Yeah. All right. Well, somebody's saying no. I don't know, how long is it?
2 minutes.
All right, let's hear it. Let's do the third one. Okay. We could be here all day. We could be here all day.
Hi, my name is. We have a club up there in Cathedral City. I'm looking for a quote for a Cat 6 line drop. I can email you the details, or someone the details to get a quote.
Sure. Let me get some of your information. Can I have your first and last name?
It's spelled. Last name is spelled.
And is this a good callback number for you?
Yes. You guys do the line drops, right? Like a Cat 6 line drop?
Do you have a contract with us?
No. We would be a new customer. We only have one club in Cathedral City. But we do have clubs all the way up to Visalia.
Okay. So normally we only service local businesses under a contract. We don't do the one-off cable runs.
We hate money.
Got it.
Are you looking to get a whole building serviced or just a couple of lines?
Right now, we're looking for one for our club in Cathedral City. It's just one line drop from one side of the building to the other side of the building. That was not done.
Gotcha. Yeah, unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to help you out there.
That's okay.
Like I said,
That's okay. It's understandable. I completely understand. All right, cool. Thank you so much, sir.
No worries. Have a good rest of your day.
Well, at least he didn't give the name of a competitor, because we hear that a lot, right? No diagnostic questions. See, we don't know. What if that was the CEO of a company with 5 locations and multiple? We have no idea. We have no idea. All leads are going to come in like this, though. Almost all. They're going to come in like this, and if you're not ready and able to take those leads, and I'm not saying you have to say yes to everything. Let me be clear. If you ask a few diagnostic questions and they're really far away from you, or there's an opportunity where you never ever really want this person as a customer, then I'm perfectly happy and okay with you saying, you know what, we probably can't help you. But what I see is far too much of this.